My dad is kind of, to me, he's like Superman. He can do everything. He goes on 60-mile bike rides like it's nothing. He's such a great role model. It never computed once that something could like catch up to him that we didn't know about.
I got the phone call from somebody at Steve's office that he had suffered a seizure-like activity. I couldn't imagine being without Steve on my best day, so I certainly couldn't imagine being without him on my worst days.
Had never had a history of any kind of heart disease in the family. 2.5 years ago, I suffered a cardiac arrest. I do not recall anything for the next 8 days.
I was in the car driving to the hospital, and I thought, no way, not Steve. Like, this just doesn't happen to somebody like him.
I made plans to go out to lunch with my associate, Sari, but apparently I paid the bill. Sari noticed my eyes started to roll back into my head. So she got out of the seat very quickly, caught me, and calmly told people in the restaurant, "Someone please call 911.
It's always hard to reflect back on such a catastrophic event that Steve had of cardiac arrest, but in a lot of ways he was incredibly fortunate. The survivability of what happened to Steve is less than 1%. The remarkable convergence of bystanders, the fire department, early defibrillation, and rapid transport to the hospital literally saved Steve's life.
We were in the hospital and he would come out of it a little bit and they would assess like how much brain function is still going on, and he wasn't doing it.
And we had been waiting and waiting for days for just a response with a squeeze of the hand or a thumbs up. Nothing was coming.
The thing to know about my dad is like he is a numbers man. Like it is hardwired, it's what he does for a living. So I was just kissing his forehead and being like, I love you, Daddy-O. I'm giving you all these kisses, but don't you think for a second these kisses are free. I'm gonna expect some payback.
When he heard he was gonna possibly be charged interest for every kiss that Abe gave him, all of a sudden the eyes popped open and it was instantaneous.
I never cried or like tried to like access those emotions that I was having until he like actually woke up and we knew that he was gonna be okay. And then I drove home for the first time and I just like sobbed the entire time because I was like, okay, now I can feel things because like I know he's okay, so everyone else is gonna be okay.
The care from the people at St. David's was incredible. You know, it was scary that first couple days. It was totally touch and go. We didn't know what was going on with him. They just were incredible rocks for me.
I've always had a very healthy lifestyle, and I think that's probably one of the reasons I was able to live through the cardiac arrest. If I had one takeaway, if it could happen to me, I think it could happen to anyone.
I don't want people to hear what happened to Steve and think, well, look, this guy did everything right, then why bother? You can dramatically improve your chances of survival by taking a walk every day, quitting smoking. Those are things that can make a huge impact on how long you're going to live and can improve your quality of life.
Well, the American Heart Association needed now more than ever, I think, for awareness, how the heart can come into play on a physical level and again an emotional level, and how stress affects us. I think awareness for ways to just live healthier, full-hearted lives.
Cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer in the United States. Educating people about the importance to manage their risk factors, the importance to learn CPR are critical roles that the American Heart Association plays.
I can honestly say that now he is back to where he was. Exercise-wise, can do whatever he wants, and he's here for a reason.
You don't forget about it. It's not something that you're just like, oh, well, thank God that happened, then you just go about living your life again. I think about it like a couple times a week, just like my dad's still around.
Steve and I are both really trying to live this life with open hearts. It, definitely shakes your foundation, I'd say, a little bit.
Every day is not promised to you.
I'm one of the lucky ones. I couldn't be happier.